Hi everyone, I'm in Utah for August recess, but that doesn't mean I'm not working. This is a district work period, and during this time I'll be meeting with constituents and following up on your priorities. Today I'm visiting with Jamie Barnes, who's the Utah State Forester and the director of the Utah Division of Forestry, Fire, and State Lands. She has a really busy job most of the year, but especially during wildfire season, and Utah is managing some really large fires right now. I'm sure a lot of you know about the Monroe Canyon fire in my district. It's already burned over 36,000 acres. It's so large you can see the smoke from the International Space Station. I saw it on a flight from Cedar City to Salt Lake, and it's putting up a really good column of smoke. Several structures have been lost. It's scary and sad to see the devastation. I have friends who've lost cabins. Our firefighters are working around the clock to contain it, and the state's working really hard to coordinate the responses from all of the firefighters that are there. So Jamie, will you tell us a little bit about what you do and what's going on with the fire season this year?
Yeah, so Jamie Barnes, and I'm the state forester and director for the Division of Forestry, Fire, and State Lands. So my job is wildfire suppression management over the state of Utah on state lands and private unincorporated lands. So it has been a really busy season this year. We're seeing over 700 fires so far this year, and we've burned about 115,000 acres. So we've already surpassed last year what we did as a full season, and it's just starting to become August.
Yeah. And one of the big fires that I know a lot of people in my district are tracking isn't even in Utah, but that fire on the north rim of the Grand Canyon is going to cause a lot of economic devastation in Kane County and in that part of the state. How are the fires impacting our forest lands?
Yeah, so unfortunately, we are seeing impacts to forested lands here in Utah and across other states. So with regard to wildlife habitat, with regard to severe burning, and so we're going to see those effects as we move into fall, and we see erosion that can occur on the landscape, vegetation, and that's something that we're paying close attention to, especially with post-fire rehabilitation.
And I think most people, when they think of firefighting, especially wildland firefighting, they think of the federal agencies, the Forest Service, the BLM, and I think most people know they coordinate with each other, but I'm not sure everybody knows the state coordinates with them as much as you do. Do you want to explain how that works?
Yeah, so we work hand in hand with our federal partners on a daily basis. I always tell everyone, no one can do wildfire by themselves. It's too big, it's too much. So our federal partners are working hand in hand with us on the landscape. And it is a great partnership that we have here in Utah. And I like to tell people, Utah leads out in partnerships. We do it right.
I agree, and I like to hear that. We lead out in partnerships in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
We're just good at coordinating and working together. You mentioned that it's barely August, and we've already had so many fires. What should people in Utah do? I know a lot of people are going to be going out for their last camping trip, their last trip to the lake, whatever, before school starts. What advice do you have for people who are out recreating on our public land?
Yeah, so unfortunately, we've seen human-caused fires this year, and we've seen big human-caused fires. So fire sense is a big thing this year. Pay attention to what you're doing when you're recreating. Also, we're in fire restrictions. So make sure you're checking those maps to see where you can have a campfire. And also be safe when you're out there, but also when you're using your fire sense, make sure you're using it right. Make sure that you're checking the chains on your vehicles. Make sure that you're checking your tires. Simple things like that can prevent a wildfire.
Thank you. And don't do stupid things like set off fireworks.
Exactly.
Or shoot at targets that ricochet. And don't get close to the existing fires. I know sometimes that's a problem. When the fires are in our own backyards, we feel a little proprietary, and I think sometimes people try to get too close. But we've had this on our social media. We pitched it a few weeks ago, but where can people go for more information on these fires?
So utahfireinfo.gov will give you info on all the fires, but also we're very active on social media, Facebook, Instagram. We tweet all that out on X. It's probably not tweeting now, but yeah, we're very active at the comms part of letting people know what's going on with these fires.
Well, thank you for taking some time in the middle of a busy fire season. I really appreciate it. Go to utahfireinfo.gov. Be safe out there, and I will be back next week with another video.